From your Gulf Coast Weather Authority, this is Fox 26 News at 5.
Well, the number of Texans out of work is rising. The latest numbers are in, and they are headed, at least for now, in the wrong direction. Greg Grugan is in the newsroom with a closer look. Greg?
Yeah, Don, all that budget cutting in Austin and the layoffs needed to balance the books are beginning to show up in the unemployment numbers. That said, the news isn't all bad.
Friday, mid-afternoon, Houston, Texas. Quitting time for some, but not Talia Moore, who, like a million others in the Lone Star State, is still laboring hard to land a job.
It's challenging. It's real hard trying to find a job. You just gotta look.
At first glance, the latest jobless number wasn't good. In July, the statewide unemployment rate rose 0.2 to 8.4%.
The national recession, coupled with problems in the oil industry.
The same level of folks out of work recorded here a quarter century ago, when a brutal oil and housing bust left the whole state suffering.
I know what this country needs, and we need to get Americans back working.
For a presidential hopeful painting a picture of his state's prosperity, the latest number may be problematic.
If you talk to anyone that lives in Texas, right, are we in a boom time? No, we're all struggling, right? Other people are struggling worse than we are. Okay.
But economist Patrick Jankowski of the Greater Houston Partnership says naysayers need to look deeper at the numbers. That's because the lion's share of jobs lost in Texas came from schools and government, a consequence of budget balancing by the state legislature. On the flip side, private industry did plenty of fresh hiring in July, putting an eye-popping 30,000 job seekers on payrolls. Jankowski says it's Houston that's leading the way.
We're definitely seeing growth in the private sector. Over the last 12 months, the private sector added 67,900 jobs in the private sector, and that's good because you need to see growth in the private sector, and then we'll start to see growth in the public sector again.
And that's very encouraging news unless you happen to be a laid-off government employee or public school worker joining the stiff competition for private sector jobs. Don, Melinda?